right. Hi, guys. I'm Sean. This is Alyssa.
Gus is in our hearts, and this is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but we like Triple R a whole lot. In fact, it seems like everybody in the West likes Triple R a whole lot. We checked out just recently, actually, there was SS Rajamouli. He was on a late night talk show. Unfortunately, they took that one down on us, but we're going to try and get it back up.
Blocked it.
But we also reacted to a video of him meeting with James Cameron, the director of Avatar. And that was just awesome. You could tell how thrilled James Cameron was to be meeting SS Rajamouli. And he loved the film so much he'd seen it twice. And to get even better, he sort of ends the conversation by saying, and by the way, if you ever want to make a film here in the West, give me a shout. And so I was really excited about that. We had quite the reaction to that moment. And here we are again checking out even more Western content related to Triple R. Now, this is NTR Jr. and Ram Charan. And they're speaking with a American outlet here called Variety. I guess in particular, the fact that Triple R has been so successful. I think a lot of people would like to see more of these guys.
Yeah, Naatu was nominated for an Oscar.
It won a Golden Globe. People are taking note here. So I'm curious to see what sort of questions they're going to have for these guys.
This looks interesting. They're wearing
color-coded
sunglasses and they're wearing white shirts.
Look at these two guys that entered the room. NTR Jr., Ram Charan from RRR.
Ram Charan.
How you doing, boys?
Okay.
Great, Clayton. Great. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you for coming in on this rainy day. That just means that the gods are crying because you're in LA finally. We're so excited that you're finally here.
That's
Rain
so
God
cool.
is blessing us.
Yeah.
Sure.
How has this ride of RRR been for the both of you? It's been a global box office sensation. It is super popular here.
Feels great. I mean, it's overwhelming. Sometimes you think about it. LA has always been a spot for holiday, or America as such was a place for holiday or meeting family, But all of a sudden, LA and America in general has become a workplace now. We've never imagined this would happen.
Yeah.
We come from the southernmost part of India, and here we are today, very proud of being Indians,
Yeah, Clayton, I still can't believe I'm sitting in the studio in LA. And like you said, it was always a place of pleasure. And coming here for work, it is still digesting, still getting around it. I think it's great. And it's, as the world is becoming one, the cinema is also becoming one. And, you guys have really been kind and, you appreciated us. And it's really overwhelming to be here.
Yeah, it's easy to be kind to movies that are great movies. And this came from the insane mind of SS Rajamouli. I would give anything to read the production notes on this movie to see what someone thought was too far or not, or that we shouldn't do that part. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah, they just did everything they imagined.
So well.
Absolutely.
You guys filmed this in 2018.
Started in 2018.
Wow. Yeah, I remember there was that long
2021, I guess.
development period.
Just a couple of months before the release is when we did our last shot.
Wow.
Oh,
This is the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
We
Wow.
lost 8 months there. Like
This was
everyone.
technically supposed to be the fastest movie of SSR. He planned it. He planned for that. But
COVID.
but didn't happen. Yes, we were hit by the pandemic. I mean, no second thoughts about that. The whole world was, the whole world was in a standstill. So were we. We had to get off and stop, shoot and halt and then move on again. But having said that, Rajamouli still took his sweet time. And I would like to agree with you on one thing, the insane mind of SSR. Yes, he is insane.
Let's talk about Naatu.
In a good way.
Nominated for a Golden Globe, shortlisted at the Academy Awards for Best Original Song. I believe, NTR, you told me recently, SS Rajamouli only likes to do things that he feels everyone can do. I watch Naatu, Ram. I don't think I can do a lot of it. I can do some of it.
I can bop my head to it.
For it.
having our unique style ourselves, each of us, and just to be in sync and have one style called SSR style. So that was the most difficult part. It's not the choreography that was very difficult or, pulled us down.
I love that part.
Or made our knees wobble.
Yeah, it's like fast and it
Yeah,
goes
nice.
But
slow.
it's just getting into sync of what Mr. Rajamouli was trying to ask us from this. And today I understand, of course, it was the toughest song we did in terms of getting the synchronization. But today I can understand why it is what it is.
No, because everybody, including, I'm sure you would have tried it too, Clayton.
I
Yeah,
would've tried.
you would have. So
Yeah.
so that's the idea I think Rajamouli had. He does not want to give you these so super complicated steps. I mean, if you see what he's done in Magadhira and or what I've done in my movies with Rajamouli before,
We haven't seen that.
he does not like to complicate his dance, especially in his movies. It goes into the heart of the audiences only when you are willing or you have the chance to try it. You don't want to sit down here and say, oh my God, I can never do that. No, you would want to give it a try.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Rajamouli had in his mind. When people are not willing to try or even capable enough to try doing it, why will it be nominated into the Golden Globes today or shortlisted on for the Oscars? I think that was
Even the
his
dirt's in
idea.
unison.
As I said, the toughest part was the synchronization. It
That's-
was not the step by itself.
Talking about your characters in the film, Ram, you represent fire, you represent water, NTR. Was there ever a moment that you guys thought about what it would be like if you had swapped roles, if you had played the other one? Do you think that actually
Interesting
could have
question.
No,
been
just
fun?
the other day I was telling, I think both our characters are very similar to us in real. And it came very natural when we were doing the scenes. So I don't know, maybe I would love to try it just for the heck of it to get into NTR's nature and character and mind. I would love to. Why not?
But I would tell you something for sure. I personally feel that, with the friendship we've had over the past 20 years or 15 odd years, I think Charan's more of water because he's I would say he's an introvert for sure. A little bit of extrovert qualities here and there come in and go. But I feel that Charan's more water for me because, when you look at the sea in general, you really cannot estimate the depth of it. It's just so peripheral. You don't know what's happening inside it.
Yeah.
Unless and until you are willing to go deep into it. So for me, Charan as a person in general is very deep. You cannot estimate what you're getting into unless and until you're willing or he's willing to invite you. So I would say that Charan for me is water. I'm an extrovert.
I would definitely agree on that.
I'm
And NTR is somebody like what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
There's nothing hidden. So he is all in or all out. It's as simple as that.
If you want to do it, you'll do it. And if you don't, then it's just...
They're
Yeah,
quite
that's
close
impossible to make
friends.
him-
Yeah.
They're friends for a long time.
I appreciate that. Looking at some of those other scenes, I'm thinking about the swap again. There's one key killer scene in which you are on the shoulders of NTR.
Yeah.
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 So how do you plan for that scene? And are you
Oh, jeez.
harnessed or are you actually holding the weight?
There was
of-
a safety harness.
Yeah.
There was a safety
There
harness.
was
You know
a-
what? Again,
60% of it was still
still
I was
there
still
on there.
sitting on him. That was a tough sequence for him. That was tough.
I'll bet.
but
That's the reason I don't want to swap for.
You don't want to carry
No,
him.
I'm happy.
you do not want to carry me after I've put on so much weight. No. Now, yeah, maybe he could try because I've lost a bit of that muscle mass and I'm a little leaner than what I was back then. That was hell of a
Yeah, he was
sequence. It really
ripped.
demanded a lot from us, and you know what? It's not easy to be on a safety harness for a very long
No.
time. It's so uncomfortable. If you look at it, I was carrying him, but he was doing all these weird stunts from up there. He was on a harness. But having said that, it is
our
not.
waist was
it is-
almost going purple.
Yeah,
I'll bet.
the
The
second day
chafing.
was probably the
That is
Ah.
not easy.
Ow,
you
yeah,
might
be
think
uncomfortable.
It's gonna hurt.
on
Yeah, the
my
bruises.
shoulders is easy. No, so it was not easy for both of us.
And
it was not.
that went on for 15 days.
Yeah, and nights.
Yeah,
Oh,
15
Wow.
nights, sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
You said you put on some mass for. I mean, you guys both bulked up a lot for this for this role. What was your routine to get yourself prepared?
Simple, plain routine, Clayton. This is what everybody in the
Yeah, everybody in
everybody.
every
It's just there's nothing special to it. It's the same thing like how every actor prepares. But the only thing was challenging is we had to keep that shape. We had to retain that shape or muscle we retained for a very long time.
For a few years.
Oh,
That was
right.
difficult because when we were halted by the pandemic, we still had to keep working out every day.
That period
Constantly,
was difficult.
be in shape.
And they don't even know how much
3 years
time
is a
they
lot
have.
to carry that kind of a body. That was tough.
What's like your calorie intake during that time to put on the weight? Because that's what I'm going to say. I'm putting on weight for a role right now. That's why I'm bulking up for this, right? That's why
Don't look into it.
So,
Come train with us.
I was put on about 3,000 calories a day. I was eating 7 meals a day.
Wow.
Somewhere around a good 16 months to 17 to achieve that.
Tarak is very particular in how he eats and the calories.
3,000 is not crazy. Well, hit it like, okay. Is women, it's around like 2,000, 2,100 calories, I think, or so. For men, I thought it's maybe like 2,500 even.
Well, I'm
but I
not
don't
so
know.
sure, but what sort of struck me was the 7 times a day thing, and I have
Yeah,
heard
he
that
eats 7
from
times
sort
a
of
day.
other Hollywood actors, especially the ones from like the Marvel films and stuff, where they have to be buff. As I understand it, it's not a fun process. You got to like force yourself to eat, even when you don't feel like it. It's and boy, to do that over the course of like 3 years, kind of thing. Wow.
Well, yeah, because when the pandemic hit too, like they can't really be like, okay, well, I got this many months to get back into like
Yeah, well,
shape. Like
yeah,
I can
we
let
did-
it
we
up a bit.
didn't know,
like they
right?
just don't know if it's like, okay, we're gonna get back right away, or if it's gonna be like, it's like a long time.
And as I understand it too, they had permission from the Ukrainian government to film some stuff during the pandemic. So I think things happened maybe sooner than it would have otherwise. As I understand it, the palace that you see in the movie is actually in Ukraine, and it's like a government palace or something like that. So
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, they had to be ready to film at the drop of a hat, right?
To 17 to achieve that.
Tarak is very particular in how he eats and the calorie count. I've seen him on sets. He would never eat. He would look at my food and just smell it, but he would never touch for 3 years. He did that. And I'm somebody, I think I'm more organic in my approach. I cannot. It's too much for me. I need some good food, bad food every day. I need my sweets every day. And
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like
it took
me.
about 7 to 8 months here and there. But the worst part was, the most difficult part was to not eat and not have any of that, just to take a back seat during the pandemic.
the scene in which you two meet,
Yep.
swinging off bridges,
Wow.
saving little kids, wrapping yourself in fire, throwing flags. I mean,
Yeah.
like, what is that all green screen or?
I wish the pendulum swinging was also on green screen, but no,
Yeah.
that was real.
That was
The
real.
flag was real.
It all looks very
Both
good.
were suspended.
Yeah, we saw the behind the
Yeah, we
scenes
did,
for
yeah.
that.
It took 12 days.
That
Yeah,
was-
the whole bridge breaking, the child.
There were some miniatures involved.
Both of us meeting, and then the underwater sequence after that. The whole
Can you believe it?
sequence.
That was the third day of the shoot.
Oh,
When
yeah.
we started in
Third
2018, the
day.
first
Hit the
two-
ground
It
running.
was very normal, you know.
Right there.
I was driving the bike. He was
Right at the
sitting
beginning.
behind me. And
I'd start with
So it
something
was
easy,
chill
build
the
up.
first 2 days. You know, we thought, wow, you know, it's nice. But that's when it started.
What's cooler, riding a motorcycle or riding a horse?
I think I love horses,
I love
and
cars.
I
and
can't,
bikes.
and I'm not very good on bikes. And yeah, vice versa.
I want to talk about the Tollywood of it all because this has been a great eye-opening experience for me myself, and I'm someone who loves film, loves non-English language. Can you talk about that impact for Tollywood?
Yeah, for
and
Telugu
hopefully
films,
get to a
right?
place
Yeah.
where it's not Bollywood, Tollywood. We're just Indian cinema, and then we're all just talking about cinema.
I think we've already reached that stage, Clayton. Now, I would say RRR was this icing
icebreaker.
on cake.
Yeah.
But I think with Bahubali, somewhere Rajamouli was this director who could erase the imaginary lines of North film industry or Southern film industry. You know, the Northern and the Southern,
Yeah.
or the East or the West. We have different film industries. We have the Kannada, we have the Tamil, we have the Malayalam,
Yeah,
we have the
so
Telugu,
many.
we have the Hindi, we have the Bhojpuri, we have the Bengali.
Even
we
Punjabi.
have the highest, amount of film industries in one individual country.
Yeah.
So with Bahubali, I think Rajamouli could erase those imaginary lines and made it one big Indian film. I think RRR added to it. RRR made it one big Indian film industry today. You know, today
Globally, yes.
globally, you know, I think today we don't represent, you know, first we are Telugites and then we are Indians, as I mentioned before. It fills us with a lot of pride that we are Telugu people sitting down here and talking. But again, you know, today I think we are Indians as well. So it is a great breakthrough, you know, for us to sit down here and talk about work, share our culture, share our work patterns. You know, it feels amazing. You know, it's really good. And it happened only because of one person's dream. SSR, SS Rajamouli, you know? And I think it's a very clear example of when a master storyteller comes out with master stories. I think that's when everybody in the globe is ready to reach out. I mean, you know, to accept it.
I mean, we all knew the breakthrough was inevitable. It had to happen at some point.
At some point, yeah.
And it happened with Bahubali. The whole of India and Asia knew who SSR was. And now the West is also enjoying his films. As the world is becoming one, cinema is becoming one, the boundaries are being erased. Cinema is one language, that's the experience, that's the emotion.
Yeah, I want a
which,
collab
he somewhere cracked
of
it in
Hollywood
India,
and Tollywood
until
and
today.
Bollywood and all the and the
Indian
Mollywood
audience
and the
have been
everything.
enjoying
Like,
his emotion universally.
all
And
together.
now even the West understands that it's not coming from a small state in India, but it's just a movie that is been produced and made in that small state. I think that should be the focus, you know, that I don't think we want to look up, we want to be addressed like a person coming from a small state and everything, but cinema is bigger than all of us. And I'm really proud that we're all part of this journey, and it began with SSR's RRR.
I like what he said, you know, cinema has one universal language.
Yeah.
I really agree to what he said.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's the deep water we're talking about.
Please smash that subscribe button and hit that bell.
You know, it's no secret you're sitting down here with the awards editor of Variety.
Yes,
This is
yes.
it. This is in the Oscar conversation. India didn't select it as its official submission. No shade to Last Film Show. It's actually a very good movie. But everyone in the punditry world says you had a guaranteed win if you just chose RRR. Can you talk
wait, sorry, what did he just say that India didn't select?
Yeah, it sounds like perhaps it wasn't, at least, and I don't know, but that it wasn't actually put forward for consideration in the Best Picture category. Instead, and maybe this is Best Foreign Film, I'm not so sure, but there, as I understand, there was 2 other Indian films up for nomination. So it sounds like perhaps they decided to put forward those films as opposed to RRR.
How?
I guess they maybe felt these other films had a better chance at winning. Maybe there was some politics involved. I'm not so sure.
It said India didn't select it as
so-
its official
Yeah,
submission.
so I think each country has the ability to sort of submit a certain amount, and
So it's India
they
that-
chose not to.
India themselves didn't submit RRR.
That's what I'm hearing here.
What?
Totally.
That's the deep water we're talking about. You know, it's no secret you're sitting down here with the awards editor of Variety.
Yes,
This is
yes.
it. This is in the Oscar conversation. India didn't select it as its official submission. No shade to Last Film Show. It's actually a very good movie. But everyone in the punditry world says you had a guaranteed win if you just chose RRR.
Guaranteed win,
Can you
yeah.
talk about, maybe we're not aware about the politics about India choosing a Tollywood movie that's in Telugu versus other films that are typically in Hindi? Because I believe that by history, they traditionally pick something that's in Hindi and not Telugu. And even
almost
Traditionally,
on
he's saying.
Netflix here, it's dubbed in Hindi, which I've never seen before.
That-
I've never seen non-English language film dubbed in another non-English
That
language.
frustrated me. I remember.
Yeah. The sense I got was that I think Netflix had like the Hindi version and maybe the English dubbed version, but you had to find the original one on another platform.
I'm like, why didn't they just like add the original?
I think there was some sort of licensing agreement here, but let's hear what
Yeah.
these guys have to say.
This has been interesting to watch.
A country with 1.4 billion people population. I wouldn't say there's a lot of politics going on with choosing what films need to go, but I think the panel which is sitting down there knows what they do the best. So I'm not gonna get down that road of talking about why RRR was not chosen as its official.
Crazy. It was not.
movie
That's
from the
so
country.
ridiculous.
Well,
All
talk
right,
about
but it is.
Hindi. I think, you know, Hindi has primarily been a national language for a very long time. So, and that's why it's been, I think Hindi has taken its prominence through that. But for us, or for me at least, I would say that choose RRR, don't choose RRR. RRR has already made us proud.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I mean, Tarak is being really humble and nice, but I really want these 2 awards.
Ah!
But at the same time, like he said, all of us talking about it. Clayton, you sitting here and even mentioning it about it, it itself it's quite satisfying for us, and we're very grateful to the audience here and you. So rest, everything is a feather on the hat. So I'm going to see if that feather falls on our hat or not. Let's wait for another day.
I just did not want to jinx it.
Keep a good juju. One interesting thing that we learned is how big the both of you are in India. I've had people describe you as The Rock and Vin Diesel, but like
Which one's The Rock, though?
Fucking dance like in a fantastic manner. What has been the conversation about the 2 of you transitioning to American cinema and making a big splash?
Why
here?
not?
Why not?
Wow, that'd be cool.
We're actors, Clayton. Bring it on, I would say. Bring it on. Yeah, bring it
I
on.
would love to explore this.
We would love to.
And
What
I
kind of
love,
movie would you love to do?
That'd be
like
so
you said,
cool.
Rock and Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, yeah.
To begin with.
We'll do a Fast and Furious version.
Fast and Furious
Right?
Indian version.
Yeah.
But yes, as actors, I think we have to be open to
Yeah.
to accept what's given to us, and we're very open to.
I'm actually eager.
Eager to
I'm
actually be a
waiting
part
to
of a movie.
have your directors experience us as well on the sets, and I think we will do a great job.
So if Steven Spielberg is watching, feel free to grab these 2.
Great.
We get a good movie going. I have some fun questions for you, but
Yeah,
before
sure.
that happens, I brought you guys something,
Huh?
and I thought it would be great for us to talk with
Oh my God!
some jaguars.
Wow. Oh, there's a tiger?
Tiger was it?
both
are jaguars. I think one is.
They're cats.
For
Thank you so
coming
much.
through our
Thank you
space
so much,
here.
Clayton.
Don't throw it at each other though,
No,
'cause
no, no.
we've seen you throw
I'm gonna
jaguars
go give it to my
before.
younger one. He loves tigers and jaguars.
I want
Very
to talk
nice.
about your 20 years of friendship. And I want to see how well you guys know each other and what.
Oh, this will be fun.
Want to be if you could be any animal?
Horse.
In the world.
Charan would want to be.
So we're going to answer for each other, right?
Yeah, you can answer for
Okay.
each other.
I think,
for each other.
Oh no, actually that'd be better. Please answer for each other. Yeah.
Horse.
Good.
Horse.
I think Charan would want to be a horse.
Tiger?
Tiger.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is a horse true?
Yes, absolutely.
Who would last longer in an actual fight?
Oh
with the
no!
tiger?
Oh,
Two of you.
Realistically.
Who would last a little bit longer?
Little longer.
Realistically, I think both of us will run.
It'll be foolish if you take that.
If you were actually doing a dance battle of Naatu, who would win? Out of you two?
I mean, he would have got the step, right? But in terms of endurance, I would have gone, but he would have got it perfectly. And that.
So the movie is correct then.
Yeah.
Giving him the win.
and then he pretends that.
All right. Who takes longer to do their hair on the day of a shooting?
Tarak.
Really?
Charan.
Tarak takes a long time.
Some
Not the
debate
makeup,
here.
the hair.
The hair.
You're very right on your question. Not the makeup.
Your hair bounces and waves. So
No, I've
like,
got curly hair.
yeah.
So it takes a little while.
So to tame it, it takes a little while. I think he's right there.
yeah.
Who broke character more on set? Who like laughed more or messed up?
Tarak. Tarak.
Charan.
Tarak.
Charan, I think Charan.
Like,
Charan is this. Charan is a naughty boy who's not caught. And I'm somebody who's caught. So yeah. So there's never going to be an answer where he or me are going to win. No.
it also,
he was a naughty
it also
boy.
tells you that maybe I never did anything.
There you go.
No. It's Charan definitely the naughtiest.
What was the most fun you had on set?
I think the most difficult episode, and also I kind of weirdly had fun, was the 65 nights of shooting the interval episode of us becoming arch rivals. And then it's the intermission. Wow. So that episode, weirdly,
65 nights.
I think any actor would hate doing that, but I weirdly enjoyed it. Like he told me one day, saying, I am the night owl. I like shooting in the nights, and he's more of a day person. So probably I enjoyed it more.
Yeah. So I would say Naatu would definitely be something which was a great experience. I had fun as well, but there was a lot of torture for that. But
It looks fun on screen.
Oh yeah, they were talking about the Ukraine.
Probably catch up, go out to a restaurant, get some food. we had that. We had a good
Yeah.
family time as well. I would say Naatu in Ukraine in Kiev was
yeah.
a fun experience.
We're gonna get sentimental. Please tell me the best quality about the other person.
What I like is he's one person, not just me. I know hundreds of people around him would say the same. He's somebody you can really rely on at any point of the day, any time of the day, at any situation in your life. You know you can make that one call to him and he'll be there. That's the trust he has built over the years with anybody and everybody he has ever come across in his life. This is the number one quality I admire and love. And he's a great father. He's a great husband, great actor, and more than anything, he's a great friend.
One of the very, very, very few friends, you have, maybe you could just count on your fingers. But Charan would be definitely the first person I would want to call and share or ask for help or even rely upon. The first phone call I would do is definitely to Charan.
Wow, they're like besties.
Yeah.
He's everything a friend needs to be. And he's everything a friend should be. He's everything a friend can be. And just this he's this beautiful person who can literally, give you a shoulder and say, you know what, it's all right. Shit happens.
Shit happens.
Romance, man. Yeah. I love it. What's the scene that isn't in the movie that you were disappointed didn't make the final cut?
I could have given a
question.
better close-up if he was not doing those things right.
If he did not irritate me, I think I would have done a better job also,
The final question. Listen, there's been rumors about it. RRR Part 2.
Well, really?
What?
Rumors? I thought
said
it on one of the mics.
It sounds like it's definitely happening, but listen, we don't know anything official. Things
Sounds
are
like
also
it's definitely
secretive.
happening.
We also
Wow.
don't 4 years to get this. I can't wait 4 years for RRR 2.
Just the announcement. Clayton, I'm on your side on this as well. So I have no clue as of now. My director has officially not told us. But yeah, I've been hearing
But he springs
it on
thing
the
up
press,
on
one of the stages
Yeah.
where he spoke after the screening, the Q&A. So yeah, I'm waiting for him to roll this news with us.
It's been amazing to watch this ride. It's been amazing to watch you guys. It's been amazing to see Americans introduced to the talent of you two and the bromance. But no, thank you for saying, guys.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna be seeing a lot more of you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Clayton.
Clayton.
It's great meeting
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Cool.
That was a lot of fun. I knew that they were friendly, but I didn't know that they had such a deep friendship there. And no
They're like
doubt
best friends.
that sort of comes across on the screen. We got a sense of how intense a lot of those sequences were to film, no doubt. There was a lot of practical effects being used there. A lot of actually swinging the guys around or having them suspended in the air.
Yeah, when he's on his shoulders, and then the harnesses, it digs in.
Yeah,
It's not like it's just easy with a harness. You're still having to do so much of the strength and
It gives you a sense of sort of the endurance it takes to make a film, because we talked about the health piece. So it was sort of like making sure their bodies were nice and tough and strong and maintaining that muscle
Maintaining
mass.
it would be
But just
hard.
when you heard them say, oh yeah, we did 65 days straight of this thing, or we did 2 weeks straight of that thing, it just gives you a sense of how intense it is. Now, I think it was Rajamouli was talking to James Cameron, the director of Avatar, and he was
And
saying
Titanic.
it took something like 300 plus days to film. So you can imagine how much rigor was involved with that. That's like a whole year out of your life, but it's also been spread out over 3 years. So it just gives you more of an appreciation for the hard work that goes into these. And it makes these guys make it look effortless, right? It looks like they're having a good time. It looks like this is something that's easy for them, but it's not. And what a sign of a great actor when you can pull that off. So. Jace, well, there you go. We hope to be seeing even more interviews with Indian stars.
I love watching
here in the West.
interviews.
Yeah.
I want to see them on every talk show. Why doesn't Jimmy Fallon have them on? Why didn't the other late show guys?
Well, they're working their way to those opportunities.
Maybe they're
no
waiting
doubt.
till after they win the Oscar. for Naatu.
There you go. That's right. After they win, they can do sort of the celebration tour there. I'd be down for that. I think you guys would be down for that. And if you'd like to see us react to even more Triple R, or should I say RRR related content, then
Click the subscribe button, click the bell, choose all for drop down to get updated every time we upload. Enjoy this video, please click the thumbs up and comment down below.
love you a whole lot. This is Internet Rabbit Hole Daily RH. Signing off.
Sign off, bye.
Bye, guys.